See you later.
Show me your passport.
Trying to speak to people about what happened with your passport.
It's already in Cape Town.
What did you do?
I packed it ahead in the bag. So I've got this.
Is that your passport?
Yeah, that's a fine.
It's a 15-hour drive.
That's a fine.
Be good crack that, wouldn't it?
I'll drive.
That's a fine.
It's quite a new one.
You look like R.G. Sneyman.
R.G. Snowden. Good player. Don't rip it, boys.
Mate, he's the last person I would have given it to. Oh, proud. That's bad.
Well, we're about an hour 20 out of Cape Town in a place called Humanis, and we're staying at the Arabella Hotel. It's an absolutely beautiful location. We're incredibly lucky. We have the whole complex to ourselves, and we've kind of been reveling in our surroundings, which has been absolutely fantastic.
Got a few one-liners for us today. So I was at the airport, and I said to the woman, and she said, "No sir, this is the check-in desk." Always look on the bright side of a rainy day. Today we have a single session.
Kind of one of the messages that we say to the players on this tour is that from a coaching perspective and a management perspective, we're trying to make sure that there are no excuses for everything we provide for them. So you can't really complain about the location that we have at the moment, and it's great to be down in Cape Town, even though we've had a few challenges with the weather on the first day in terms of training and stuff. But it's been beautiful, and we're very thankful to be here and being well looked after.
Seeing the England boys again was good, but then also meeting the Welsh, Scottish and Irish boys for the first time was good. Obviously these guys I watched growing up, and to be sharing the same hotel and sharing team talks with them in the next few weeks will be exciting, and hopefully I can learn loads from them. I'm gutted for Finn. He's in a boot, but he's still smiling and stuff. And even before I met him here for the first time, I've had some good conversations with him about rugby, about the game, about the way he sees the game, about the way he thinks, and to finally meet him in person, I'm looking forward to seeing how he works, seeing how he goes through his business, and trying to pick up a few things, because he's a brilliant player, and hopefully we can spend some good quality time together. It would be a dream come true to represent the Lions. I'm still overwhelmed of being here. It's been a pretty whirlwind 24 hours, but if I ever get the opportunity to play this weekend, I'll be massively excited. I'll try and do myself and my family proud, and do the boys proud as well, and especially do the jersey proud, because it's a special club to be a part of, and hopefully I can rip in on the weekend.
It's Randall to Smith, and Smith scoring for England.
He's had an unbelievable year from a playing perspective. Probably the last 18 months or so as he's really developed and come on and matured as a player, and winning the premiership with Harlequins was a great feat, and then he gets his first cap for England and plays well, and now he's here on a Lions tour. So we're excited for him, having someone of that young quality who I think is going to be a standout performer in the future. And how much he features on this tour, we'll wait and see. But he's definitely, I think, is going to be a player for the future.
They'll face a strong-looking South African A side. There's 18 World Cup winners in the squad. 7 of those in the starting 15 on Wednesday started the World Cup final against England in 2019. That's despite the fact the South Africa squad had 6 players, including captain Siya Kolisi, testing positive for COVID-19 yesterday.
It's an incredibly strong team, and they feel like missing out on that second Georgia game, that they need a stronger hit out. So I'm absolutely delighted about that game, because it's going to give us a real sense of where we are 10 days out from the first test.
Last minute, boys, last minute. Right, go on. They've had some issues with COVID and whatnot, so they've announced a very strong team. But for us, that's great. You know, preparing for the Test series, it's a real challenge that we need, and we're looking forward to on Wednesday night.
10 days to go until the scheduled first test against the Springboks. Tonight feels like the real thing already. Farrell's kick charged down. Nkosi with the opening try of the evening. And here is Cheslin Colby. And he releases the captain arm. Mesmerising. So the double movement denies the British and Irish Lions a try. The Lions, they make the surge. This time it's over. And this time the try is awarded. Lewis Rees-Zammit! Does he get there? It ends in a first defeat for these Lions of 2021.
Hugely disappointed, obviously, not to get the result. A little bit of a slow start. Grew into the game, but I think we take a lot of positives from that leading into the Test series. You know, that was a strong South Africa side, like we knew it would be, and we were in a good place physically. Just got to tidy up a few errors, which gave them opportunities in our first half. But you know, I think we're in a decent position leading into the Test series now. It's just ironing out them couple of errors, tidy some things up, and but physically we're in a good place.
The breaking news is that the original tour captain, Alan Wynne-Jones, has been passed fit, and we understand is either on a plane or heading to the airport to rejoin the tour, certainly in time for Saturday's game.
It was pretty emotional when Alan Wynne obviously got injured, and he spoke after the game. I knew how much it meant to him. Being selected as captain of the Lions, and then obviously to get injured, but the work he's done over the last 3 weeks or so to get himself in a position to be back fit and you know, and to rejoin us, you know, it's a huge boost for the squad. You know, just to have his presence around, his experience and his voice will certainly add to the group, and no, it's great to have him back. Boys have had a little bit of banter with him. I'm sure that I think the Lazarus phrase has come out once or twice, but no, it's great. You know, the work he's done is absolutely phenomenal, and it's just great to see him back out here.
Keep it 100.
We've really got on as a group from the first day at Lensbury when we met up. It was a great atmosphere, a great buzz, and it's just continuously built from the first day we met in Jersey, and then building up through the games. And obviously the longer the tour moves on and progresses, where certain challenges are thrown at us, and the character of the group is really coming together, and everybody's in it together. And no, we have become, want of a better word, a proper band of brothers.
I feel like I'm getting on really well with Courtney Laws. I think me and Emma have formed a really good friendship. I think it all started in Jersey in training when we were doing a drill, an attacking drill, and Courtney was in defence, and he tackled the guy. He landed on the floor, and I pushed him out of the way, and he turned around. Oh, I better not say what he said on camera, but along the lines of, if I did it again, I would pay for it. So let's just say it never happened again. But yeah, ever since I feel like we've bonded really well, and really nice to be able to form some friendships with people I never thought I would. I don't know if Courtney feels the same way. I really hope he does.
Scrum and Base's origins are quite recent, actually. Tom Curry, TC, as he likes to be known as, found Dex. I've never seen a kid, like a person, not a kid, sorry, Tom's 22, relatively a kid in rugby terms. But I'd never seen someone, like a grown man, as excited. He was like a kid at Christmas. So I was like, okay, we'll give this a lash, listen to a lot of music myself, etc. So it kind of took off from there, and Tom's mind's after run away with him a little bit and called it Scrum and Base. We have merch printed. Gemma here with the Lions printed us off a load of merch. And then we got to the stage where we didn't have an absolute notion how to work the decks. No clue. We're looking up YouTube videos, messing around. I think our idea of DJing was just scratching the wheel, but it's what we found out now. It's way, way harder than that. So Josh Navidi is an actual DJ. He DJs in a few clubs in Cardiff, and he really fancies it. So he's now known as Navici, after the DJ Avicii, and it's gone from there. He's kind of shown us the ropes. We're still terrible, like really, really badly. We did a bit of a coffee morning this morning with Navici really holding our hand, but we can kind of line up our beats per minute. We have it on the laptops where we can cue all the next songs, standard stuff. Just trying to get in the intro and outro of songs, trying to do a little bit of mashup. We're still really terrible at blending them in together, but getting there.
Ready to prep for another game? Let's go.
It is the final audition for these Lions after the first defeat on the tour on Wednesday. Warren Gatland expects his side to bounce back in style today. In through the gap, no hesitation. Luke Cowan-Dickey right in there for his first Lions try. The Bionic Man ready for his entry shortly, it would appear. Alan Wynne-Jones. Who would have thought it? Look at Smith go here, and a bit of Reese lightning from Louis Rees-Zammit, and another little reminder of what he can do. The Lions could be in again here. Sam Simmons, and just reminding Warren Gatland how difficult it is going to be to choose this starting 15 next weekend.
It's an unbelievable feeling. It was a dream come true to represent the Lions, to put on this red jersey and to do it with 22 other blokes who I've got on well with recently and have welcomed me into this camp. It's a special feeling, and it's a shame it's not a full stadium and my family can't be here, but I know they're supporting me at home, so to represent the Lions for the first time it was a special moment, and I'll never forget it.
So Lion 855 is Marcus Smith.
It's not about where you come from now, it's about one team and it's about the Lions, and you can see the way that they're playing for each other and performing. They're having a laugh and enjoying themselves away from the matches and away from the training venue. And for me that's always a really good sign, because if you can get a group of guys that are playing for each other and it not being something that's put on, but it actually means something, then it goes a long way to when you get into those situations and games where you've got to dig really deep, you've got to get in that arm wrestle, you've got to stay in the fight, and you know the guy next to you is thinking the same thing and he's giving 100%, then from a coaching perspective that's all I can ask for. And I'm starting to see that, well, I've been seeing that for a while from this group of players, that there's a real bond with this group of men, and I think they're on a mission to hopefully do something really special.